Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris, and welcome to another review video for The Flash, Season 2, Episode 16, entitled Trajectory. And we are back from this 4-week hiatus that they had. Man, wow, it took a while to get back, but we're finally back, and we jumped right back into The Flash like it never ended. I like this episode. I didn't think it was a fantastic episode. I thought it was a good episode. And maybe I was expecting, since they've been going for 4 weeks, to come back on a super high note and have an episode where something amazing happens, and it just didn't happen. We got some pretty cool things in there. Some of the positive things that I really liked about this episode was Trajectory herself, the character. I thought was kind of cool, and finding out, in her suit. I thought her suit was spectacular. And she looked kind of in the suit. She looked kind of a little bit like Thea from Arrow, which was kind of odd to me. I was like, whoa, for a minute I was like, is that Thea? No, it can't be Thea. But yeah, I mean, I really liked her in the suit, and I liked that she, ran fast and everything. And then we find out that, she was taking this Velocity 9, and that's what gave her her speed. And she's kind of like a drug metaphor or a steroid metaphor, because they have that throughout this episode about taking this drug and leveling the playing field, and kind of like a steroid type metaphor to this episode. Um, but I really liked the character of Trajectory. I thought she was very cool. The one nitpick thing about it is I wish they would have explained a little bit like how she made the suit. I mean, it just didn't appear. I mean, she made the suit. I mean, I wish they would have had like a short process of how that suit was made. But the interesting thing about it is that now it's going to be left at Star Labs for Cisco to tinker around with, and he'll probably make it for, hopefully, for the character Jesse Quick, because that's goes into another positive for me was Jesse. I actually liked Jesse a lot in this. I mean, from a few minor nitpicks from her, she did seem a little whiny at times about, Harrison trying to kill other people or whatever to get her back, and she seemed a little whiny at times. But then it does go into the thought process of who she is as a character, that where she doesn't want to kill. She's a good person. She don't want anybody to kill for her or have to kill other people at all. I mean, she's a good person, and it really shows that once she becomes this, hopefully, Jesse Quick, because now we find out, we see in this episode that she was, she got the steroid, she got the Velocity 9 injected into her by Trajectory, and I'm pretty sure they probably didn't get it all out of her system. Something probably goes wrong there, and she starts to, develop these speed powers. So that's going to be cool. I mean, I really hope they get on that. Maybe within another episode or two, maybe they'll bring her back. I mean, because now she's going to go out into the world. I thought it was kind of odd though that she just had this done to her. They do the blood transfusion, but without running any tests at all, to see if she's completely normalized. She just runs off and is out there in the world without any help whatsoever. I just thought that was a little bit odd, but yeah, I think it'll be cool once she comes back and then she's got these powers. Hopefully she'll become maybe a regular baby for next season. That would be kind of cool as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, those are really the two things that were really my positive. Trajectory, I thought was a cool character, and in the end, I mean, I hated it in the end. Trajectory, she took the V9 and then she ran off. Her lightning turns blue, which was awesome. It's like, oh wow, she's gonna be like permanently that way. But then she disintegrates. Her like molecules or whatever like break down, and the cellular degeneration, and she disintegrated. I was like, oh, I mean, that's it for that character. She's like dead, I guess. I mean, I was like, wow, that's sad, because I thought she was a pretty cool character, a lot better than that character they had like the last time they were on with the guy that created earthquakes or whatever. I mean, that guy was horrible. But I really enjoyed this villain. It's just too bad she's gone. I mean, yeah. But yeah, those are the two things I really enjoyed in this episode. I thought that Iris was a positive too. I thought she was pretty good in this episode too. But the negative I have is her boss, the actual editor. I forget his name, but I thought that guy, that whole guy, the character is annoying to me. I personally don't like this editor. This pretty boy editor in chief just pops up and then starts throwing his weight around, and I mean, it just doesn't really work for me on that type of level. But I have to say that Iris was great. But then when they go on this like out for coffee, and then he's like, "Oh, what's your dating do's and don'ts?" And he's just like, all of a sudden he's like, they're on a date. I'm like, "Whoa, buddy, whoa, calm down." I thought that was kind of creepy. Just so quick like that. It's just like, man. I mean, and this guy is got it out for the Flash, man. I mean, I like the fact that he actually explains about the corruption and where he dealt with that mayor or whatever, and they thought he was so great, and he actually was funded by the mob or something. They're throwing the mob around, but it shows that he doesn't really have a lot of faith in so-called heroes. So but I just think the character's a little bit annoying and a little just a little off for me. um the other scene that I thought was a negative for me, it was a nitpick negative, but it was the Wally scene. The whole nightclub scene was odd as well. I was like, wow. Um, but they go out for drinks. I was like, okay, they're blowing off some steam. They're taking a break. I get it. But then they bring in Wally, and he's there for like a scene, and then that was it. It was just like, where'd Wally go? Why even have him there in the first place? It just seemed way off. And then they go off on the rest of the story. So that was a negative. Just a small nitpick. I mean, it's not that big a deal. But and another nitpick is like I really wish they would actually give us some more of Zoom. They keep giving us these little snippets and little pieces of Zoom. We find out that um, you know, we find out that Cisco is vibing Zoom for a while, and they find out in the end that Jay Garrick is Zoom, and it was just like that. I mean, and they kept showing him in like this like weird like room with lights and like in an arena or something type setting. It was odd. I don't know what that's gonna mean, but I really wish they would actually give us more of Zoom. So hopefully within the last, they still got what, like 7 episodes to go or something. So hopefully we'll start to get more of Zoom in there. I mean, there's a lot of questions to be answered. Like, who is the Jay Garrick that they had? I mean, who is the Zoom Jay Garrick? I mean, there's Hunter Zolomon. Who's the guy in the Iron Mask? I mean, they did say that we find out that he can be in more than one place. So you got like multiple Jay Garricks around there. I don't know if it's like the same character or if it's multiple different characters from other universes. It's kind of confusing. But I really wish that they could really, touch on that a little more and really get, some more information about who Zoom is and some more stuff, maybe some backstory. Hopefully, we'll get a backstory of what Zoom is all about. But one thing that we did find out is that he's sick. That just like Jay Garrick had. I mean, the Velocity 9 or 6 or whatever it was he took, he's sick, and that's why he needs Flash's speed. So that's interesting as well. So hopefully, I think science can maybe solve the speed issue with the Flash. Maybe they can somehow. They tried to inject him with like other stuff before, but maybe if they could give him something to counteract the speed or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what they plan on doing to try to maybe cure him. Maybe they can find a cure or something. I don't know. But that'll be interesting to find out where they go with this now that they know it's Jay Garrick, and then Barry's emotionally pissed about that. And you know they feel betrayed. I mean, this guy was with them this whole time, and we find out now he's Zoom this whole time as well. So yeah, but yeah, guys, pretty good episode. Not the best, but it was pretty good. But if there's anything that I may have missed that you guys want to talk about, what you liked about the episode, what you didn't like about the episode, please write in the comments below. But that will do it for me for this week for another review for The Flash. Until next week, guys, take it easy.